What's up, 360 electricians, and what's up, electrical contractors and those that want to become one? So you are thinking about being an electrical contractor, you just got your license, or you already are one, and you're looking for ways to level up your electrical contracting business. There is no other YouTube channel that's going to give you the information like I am. I have been in the business for over 17 years. I have a brick and mortar in Los Angeles, California, and now we have one in Missoula, Montana, and I bring you these videos from Missoula, Montana here in the YouTube studio. Today, I want to talk about leveling up with your paperwork when you become an electrical contracting business. Are you ready? Let's get into the video. Okay, so here's the top paperwork that I am going to give to new employees when they come and work for my company. So let's talk about paperwork for your company. Now, you got your license, you've already done your testing, you already formed your corporation, you already got your bank account. But what comes next? Well, when you structure your business and you plan on growing, like all the people that I coach, our plan is to try to get you to 3 as fast as possible. That's you, another journeyman, and a helper. The reason why is I want you to work on your business. I want your journeyman and your helper to work in your business, right? That's the way you're gonna level up strategically, and that's how you're gonna multiply your sales and growth, because you need to work on your business. To do that, you need to hire. When I hire, I've got paperwork that I need my employees to sign, and if they don't work here. This is not to be a jerk. This is not to be a bad boss. I know if you guys are watching this and you're electricians, you're gonna probably not like me right now, but I'm not here for you. I'm here for you when you decide that you're gonna be the electrical contractor, right? And if you are, let's take a look at some of the papers that I make my employees sign. Now, here's the great news. All the pieces of paper and the explanation I'm gonna give to you are all gonna be available on the website at www.the360electrician.com. I'm gonna offer them as twofers. Twofers are gonna be 2 of these papers that match each other for $40, or you can purchase them individually for $25 each. Yep, I gotta monetize it, guys. YouTube ain't cheap and it ain't free living in Montana. So that's the way I do it, but you're gonna get 10 times the value when I tell you what's in these papers. So my first paper, not in any particular order, is my non-solicitation agreement. When electricians and helpers come and work for me, they gotta sign a non-solicitation agreement. Hey, yours, when you purchase it from my website, is gonna be completely editable with your information on it. What this does is it protects you from losing clients. My employees are not allowed to solicit any customers that belong to my company, or if I've reached out, paid for, advertised for, and got, and then they go for free and do side jobs. It's not how it works. For a limited time, usually up to a year, because most states are gonna regulate this, you gotta check with your state if it's legal or not, you're gonna prevent any side jobs to your existing customers for 1 year. Now, if you've done my Ultimate Paperwork course, you know that when my clients sign my paperwork, there's a clause at the bottom that says the client cannot solicit any 360 electrician employee for a minimum of 1 year, or the client has to pay me fair market value of what I lost because they hired my guy on a side job. Paperwork number 2. This happens to me a lot, especially when I was a bigger company. Right now I've scaled down and we're a lot more efficient. But when I had 17 guys working for me, the company issued equipment and materials was a must. Now again, you're gonna get this in the single or in the twofer package. This is going to be all the material. If you're an owner, you're giving shirts, cell phones, tools. You gotta write them down, because if they terminate their contract with you, their employment contract, you need to make sure you know what you're gonna get back from them, and legally they gotta give it back to you, or they gotta compensate you for it, all right? So the company issued equipment form is a must. Third form, no particular order. I GPS track all my service vehicles. Well, why? Obviously, I'm 1,200 miles away from my brick and mortar in Los Angeles, and I kind of need to know where things are and what's going on. But the number one reason is because I'm afraid our vans will get stolen, and I want to be able to know where they are right when they do. So the GPS and tracking agreement. Now, I also give cell phones to most of my employees, and those cell phones sometimes through the software are GPS tracked. You got to be careful. Most states are going to require you to inform your employees. Now, my form, fully editable, is pretty much going to say that it's almost 24 hours, 7 days a week on the vehicles, and whatever specifics you want for cell phones or any other communications. But a GPS tracking form is a must, and you're going to be able to get all of that at the website. Now moving on, we have the employee uniform agreement. Now the company issued materials is a little bit different. Those are tools, cell phones, and items like that. This is a separate uniform list. What happened to me is I had an employee who was horrible. He left my company, and then about a year later, I got a call from a super angry person that was driving and said a guy pulled out wearing my shirt and almost cussed him out and beat him up and whatnot, and they called me to find out who this employee was. Well, I realized they took my shirts home with my phone number on it and never returned it, and I got a bad call. So I went right away and made a uniform agreement that they have to return the uniforms. If they don't, they're not allowed to ever wear it again. If they do, they have to pay me a fee. This is also gonna make sure that they know that they're responsible for washing their uniforms and not the company itself, all right? So uniform form is a must. All right, moving right along. Let's just say you're an individual electrical contractor, and Jeff, I'm not quite hiring yet. Well, how about your helper's responsibility list? You always have to have a list when you're hiring to give to your employees so that they know exactly what is expected of them. Let's go over a few of the helper responsibilities. Helpers are to take direction from journeyman electricians and the office staff. Duh. They are to keep the electricians' vehicles clean, orderly, and stocked with needed materials, so on and so forth. One of the other ones is if a helper is involved in a dispute of any kind, he or she is required to submit it to the office manager for resolution, because helpers and journeymen sometimes don't get along. One line item here is a helper is expected to learn the parts related to the electrical installations, repairs, and progress in their knowledge and experience level. It's a requirement that helpers have to level up. This is what we expect. You need to have a responsibilities form for your employees. All right, in that 2-for pack, why not get what's required for the helpers, and why not give the tool requirement list? What's required if you're gonna work for my company? What do you have to supply? Well, of course, we got here digital voltmeter, amp meter, large screwdrivers, small screwdrivers, stubby screwdriver, wire strippers, torpedo level, needle nose, your hacksaw. Yes, hacksaw, if your battery runs out, you need to have a backup. A pair of work boots, your rain suit, tape measure, Klein side cutters. Do you have a required tool list? If you don't, you can grab it from my website, www.360electrician.com, and make sure you edit it to your liking. It's gonna be in Microsoft Word format or in a PDF format. Let's move on. One of the most important things when you're a boss is to make sure you have a standard of conduct. A standard of conduct is how you run your company. What is allowed, what is not allowed. Is profanity allowed? Yes, no. The way you gotta address clients, the way you have to address your fellow employees. In here, let's say, number 15, not taking proper care of, neglecting, or abusing company equipment and tools. That is not acceptable. Number 4, refusing or failing to carry out any instruction of a supervisor. Number 5, leaving the job site during work hours without notifying the supervisor, aside from normal breaks or lunch periods. That's not allowed. That's not a standard of conduct that we allow. Do you have a standard of conduct? You want to do another one? Number 9, using threatening, abusive, offensive, or crude language. These are the standards of conduct, fully editable, fully available for you at the website. All right, moving on to my last form is your emergency contact form for employees. It is a must to keep something on file if something goes wrong. Who are you going to contact? Who do you have permission to contact and tell them what's going on? Lots of private information. You're not allowed to give it out in a lot of states. You need to have a form. That's the emergency contact form. The employee signs it. You're good to go. Hey, do you see what I'm talking about? This is what I bring to you. Everything I've learned, I want you to learn, and I want you to learn it fast. It took me 17 years to get to where I am now. I plan on getting you there probably within 7 months if you do my courses, if you put a little bit of investment into yourself. Am I selling you something? Heck yeah. I'm selling you a lifestyle that's going to give you zeros at the end of your watch in freedom, and in the same time add some zeros to your bank account. Subscribe. Are you not subscribed? Over 60% of the people that are watching this video right now don't hit that subscribe button. That's all I ask from you. Brothers and sisters in the trade, I appreciate you. We will see you on the next one.